conference win against East St. Charles. Aren't they ranked pretty high this year?
Yeah, they're ranked in the top 10 in the state. So I mean, a lot of high expectations for this team already.
And those of you joining us are here on our Keep on Rockin' night, where we have 8th graders coming to view our great spectacular school. What do you think their opinion is on the stud section thus far?
Seems really great. I already saw almost like the standings are already filled almost. It's pretty great considering the past couple years it hasn't been that great, but looks good tonight.
Yeah, the past couple years we've lacked a stud section, and Coach Luke kind of came on the PA today during G period. He gave us a nice little pep talk, and I think it's working out. That whole side of the bleachers is completely filled with Shamrock fans, and something that I've never seen before, during today's freshman game, there was a stud section.
Yeah, they were cheering pretty loud over there.
Yeah, and that brings me into one of our things. I talked to Lawrence Merritt before the game, and I talked to him about how big of a impact the stud section makes, and he legitimately thinks it helps them win games, and he thinks that the support guides the team to victory a lot of the time. I also asked him what's in store for him tonight, and he told me that he's going to try to activate his teammates, don't take dumb shots, and not be selfish. So it's a
We have a lot of great junior talent on this team.
Yeah, some of the juniors include Craymon Johnson, Jalen Nelson, Mike Killian, Luke Labus, Max Chaffee, just to name a few. They're all going to play a huge role this season as we look to fill the void of leadership that Nicholas Coleman and Isaac Moore left behind.
Yeah, a lot of these juniors like Jalen and Lawrence, they were here last year on this team, so they have that kind of experience that for a young guy it's really important.
Yeah, and especially for a couple of sophomores that are dressing for this game, and freshmen, including Xavier Pinsent, Christopher Lara, Eric Liss, and Marcus P. Wright. This leadership role that the younger guys are playing are going to influence them as well, knowing that they can take a role on this team.
Yeah, it's going to be important for our juniors, even though they're only juniors, not seniors. They're going to have to take some of these younger guys under their wing, kind of, because we don't have that many seniors on this team.
Yeah, and that's why guys like Sean Eck, who have been playing on varsity for so long, know the leadership it takes to be successful. He's been on regional winning teams and sectional winning teams. That's going to be important this year. I think the important part about having a successful team is the blend of youth with experience, and I think this team has that.
Yeah, we have a lot of potential to do really great things, build on what we did last year. I mean, one shot away from state, pretty impressive.
Yeah, Coach Bailey, in fact, has never made it downstate, and I'm pretty sure that was his closest chance.
Yeah, I think that's probably their goal this year. They have a lot of talent. They could really do it.
Speaking of Coach Bailey, he recently was elected into the Shamrock Hall of Fame, and I talked to him too about it, but in all honesty, who of a better guy for that honor?
No one. He's the face of St. Patrick basketball.
He does a great job recruiting as well, going to all the 8th graders that you see in the stands here. He provides a lot of enthusiasm for the school and just bleeds Shamrock pride.
Yeah, really.
So there's about 5 minutes to game time, and the important thing to remember is that this is our first time doing this.
Yeah.
So
making my debut today.
Yep. We're starting here. We're going to make it big someday. I'm telling y'all back home.
Stacy King out there, you're my inspiration.
Pat Foley, if you're listening, you're mine. As you see Curlin Court out there with the Shamrocks warming up, you might not be used to it. It's a brand new painted court.
Yeah, it really looks nice. I like the different shades of the color, the dark brown inside the three-point line. That's just really what stood out to me.
Talking to Coach Monroe, who cherishes this floor as a child, he said that the inspiration for the floor is based off of Michigan's the college's court, which is kind of cool to know that these players are playing on a college-like court.
Speaking of Mr. Monroe, they're coming off a great win. Sophomore took a victory today versus Marist, and so did freshmen.
Yeah, so as you can see, the seniors and juniors are going for a sweep here.
Yeah, that'd be great. Coming off for first beginning conference play, that'd be really important for the confidence of the team.
And especially with the stud section as big as it is, a big win tonight would kind of keep them coming, I would think.
Yeah, this stud section looks filled. I haven't seen it this filled since freshman year. It's probably more filled than that.
Yeah, they've got a lot of 8th graders blended in there, but I see a lot of students in there as well.
Yeah, I could imagine the stud section being pretty impressive this year, considering how far we got this year. I bet there's a lot of high hopes for the students that we think that this team could really go places.
Yeah, and in a lot of different ways, the stud section can impact a game. As I said, I talked to Lawrence. They believe that a good stud section can help them win games. I previously played basketball, not on a high school level, of course, back in grade school, but having people cheering for you and having that support in your corner really kind of motivated you to get where you wanted to go, which was getting a W.
Definitely gives you that extra boost, extra motivation. Go out there, play your best.
And not only having the stud section behind you, but being in it is an interesting experience. I spoke to a couple of kids earlier. One of the freshmen I spoke to said he was anxious and interested to find out what the stud section is all about. And for the first time in a couple of years, it's about winning, and it seems like it is.
Yeah.
And another kid, he's a sophomore, class of 2018. His name is Thomas McManaman. He said that the stud section is all about coming together with your brothers and cheering for your other brothers. And I think that the idea of a stud section could not be put into better words.
Definitely. See so many people out there that in the past I haven't seen. It's pretty impressive.
I remember last year I interviewed Isaac Moore, and he said the coolest thing about stud sections is that you see guys that you've never seen or viewed to be athletic coming to these games supporting their peers.
Yeah. Even in I see kids who don't know a thing about basketball coming because they just want to support St. Patrick's. I mean, being in the stud section is one of the best parts of being at St. Pat's.
And along with the guys supporting, and there's not only guys here, there's ladies coming to just watch, maybe their boyfriends or something, and they're also here, as you can see in the back of your screen, there's the dance team and they're cheerleading, and along with that, they have the band supporting them, so they've got basically a full show going on.
Yeah, really. Last year I was in the band. It's really impressive how much work that they do every day practicing these songs for these games. It's impressive. Especially a lot of these kids don't have that much experience. It's pretty cool.
And I also think what's cool about that is hearing a band during a basketball game, I think is one of the coolest things. I think they also, along with the stud section, make a difference because music is one of those things that can make you feel a certain way, and if the certain way is motivated, it is so powerful in these basketball games.
Definitely. You see all these players before the games listening on their beats, listening to their jams before the game, getting them motivated. It's definitely important.
Yeah, I feel like if I interview another player sometime soon, my big question is going to be, what's your favorite? I talked about, and we'd like to talk about now, the height on Marist. St. Pat's is not a very tall team. Their tallest player is a 6'7" freshman, sophomore. But I don't think he'd be getting to see the court as much as guys like, for instance, Lawrence, who is only 5'9". And guys on the other team have a 6'8" junior who will be one of their starters. And along another one of their starters, although he's only 5'10", his name is Marist Commander. You did a little scouting report on him, right?
Yeah, he's in the class of 2018. He's the top point guard in their class in the state. So definitely D1 bound. Probably one of the keys. I want to see if he's starting. One of the keys is shut him down. He's probably one of the best players.
Yeah, he seems like a promising young basketball player who might cause the Shamrocks fits today. It looks like we're getting ready for the starting lineups pretty soon. As you can see, number 24, without the little practice jersey, that's Lawrence Merritt. He's always a guy that seems ready to go. While all of his peers are listening to music before a game, he's out there shooting. And another interesting thing is when I walked, I saw John Hamilton outside before the game just listening to his music. Now, as you can see, the players are lining up for the national anthem, so we will cut our sound and leave you with that.
And joining the St. Patrick High School Band in the playing of our national anthem.
the home of the Shamrocks, as they said in the national anthem. The first player starting will be on Marist, I believe, that they introduced first. And he's wearing his jacket, so I can't tell you who it is. We'll find out soon enough. That's number 15, Kevin Lerma. He's a senior, 6 foot. Another guy with his jacket on, I can't tell you right now. That'll be number 5, Bobby Hawkins. He's a junior, 6'4". And that's number 25, Justin Brown, the guy we just mentioned earlier, 6'8". He's a big boy, and he's going to cause the Shamrocks some fits, I think.
Lanky, definitely.
And now the starting lineup for your St. Patrick Shamrocks. The first player is number 11, Jalen Nelson. Next, number 24, Lights Out Lawrence Merritt. We got the Muffin Man, Sean Eck, number 13. We've got Dewey Pacanini, number 25. And the final, number 31, John J. Hamilton. There's your starting lineup. We got John Hamilton. We've got Lawrence Merritt, Jalen. We've got Sean Eck and Dewey taking on a taller Marist team. And I'd just like to give a special shout out to the band. That was a great national anthem. And I don't know, as an athlete, nothing pumps me up more than a national anthem. Yeah, they're ready. I think they're going to perform to their best. And I've got a funny feeling they're going to come out with a victory. There's a certain buzz in this gym I haven't seen last year. As you get ready for the jump ball, it will be John Hamilton facing Justin Brown. There's a 6-inch difference there, so we'll see who wins it. And Marist wins it, and welcome to 2015 basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Here at Kernland Court, the first action of the varsity season at home begins right now. Marist passing around the corner. Got at the top of the key. Over to the wing. Justin Brown there, number 25. Posting up John Hamilton. What a move. And that'll be 2 points for Marist early. If that's the way it's going to be, it might be a rough night for the Shamrocks. There's Sean Eck bringing up the ball. And turns it over. Marist with a nice start here. He looked so calm considering he's a sophomore playing on this team. There's number 5 on the edge. That's Bobby Hawkins. Brings it to the top, number 4, Chamar Hawkins. Yeah, they left that paint wide open there. Shamrocks need a nice basket. Sean Eck brings it over the line. Nice little in and out move. Got it to Lawrence on the side. Puts it up, in and out. Rebound there by Marist. They're coming down the court fast. I didn't realize how fast of a team they are. There's Maurice Commander again. I feel like he might give the Shamrocks fits tonight. And Sean Eck with the rebound, taking it up the court. He's got Lawrence in the corner, dribbles it, gives a nice pass to Dewey. Dewey to Jalen at the top of the key. Fakes to Sean Eck, gives it to Dewey. Dewey on the wing, fouled. That'll be number 15's first, Kevin Lerma. He's a senior, 6 foot. That'll be Marist's first foul. However, they're up 4-0. Yeah, as yeah, with a 1-3-1 zone like Marist plays, the key to it is bringing guys down the baseline and switching the sides of the ball fast. There's Lawrence at the top of the key. One thing I saw Lawrence before the game, his pregame meal was a bag of Takis. There's to Lawrence. Jalen in the corner, fakes. Gives it to Lawrence. Fakes to Shawnek. Dribbles around the top of the key. Now bounce passes to Shawnek. Gives it to Lawrence at the top of the key. He'll be wide open for a 3. That's why we call him Lights Out Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen. Lawrence Merritt with the 3. There you see hoop. There it is from the student section. They're really loud today. And offensive foul. Shamrocks will retain possession. That was the second foul for Marist. And it was on number 5, Bobby Hawkins. Dewey inbounds it to Shawnek. Shawnek back to Dewey. Dewey takes it over. Off his foot, tipped. Way to get on the floor, Dewey. It'll be a jump ball, but that is definite. And it'll be Shamrock ball because Marist won the jump. That's the kind of thing you like to see from a team that's not as tall as Marist. That's the kind of things that I know Coach Bailey appreciates. In the corner to Jalen. Jalen at the top to John. John Hamilton misses, and Maurice Commander, the point guard, gets the rebound. Nice. Nice. Maurice Commander shows incredible poise being a sophomore, being the leader of this team. Block there. John Hamilton gets it to Shawnek. Jalen Nelson in the corner for 3. Kaboom! As the Shamrocks jump ahead, 6-4. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen checked out. That was Keyshawn Thomas with the 3. Yeah, John Hamilton is playing some great defense, and he's getting help from everybody else. And if you look at the legs on Justin Brown, he's a skinny guy. Tipped up. Lawrence got it. Got it to Keyshawn. Keyshawn to Shawnek on top. The Muffin Man to Lights Out Lawrence. In the corner to Dewey. John Hamilton takes it in, gets it ripped from him. It's Maurice Commander. Shoots it, gets his own rebound, puts it back up again, and Dewey will get that one. That's something that Coach Bailey I know doesn't like, offensive rebounds. I know it didn't matter, but that was another 3-pointer by Keyshawn Thomas. Looks like Dewey will be going to the line. That's the 3rd foul on Marist already, and that was on number 3, Bobby Hawkins. So now Bobby Hawkins, Maurice Commander, and Justin Brown all have fouls. And those are 3 guys that you want to get in foul trouble. Yeah, he's going to be a big factor as they're trying to develop him.
Why Xavier's coming in already.
Yeah, so now the lineup is Xavier Pinsent, Jalen Nelson, Keyshawn Thomas, Io, and Dewey Pacanini.
Yeah, IO transfer out of Canada. It'd be interesting to see what he does tonight.
He's one of those guys that the crowd just loves.
Yeah. If you saw him at the Meet the Shamrocks, did the mailman dunk.
Yeah, for a lot of people who don't know him, I think Meet the Shamrocks won a lot of people over.
Definitely. See Lawrence coming to score his tail check in.
Along with Sean Eck and I believe Henry Gouchon.
Henry Gouchon, one of those high energy guys coming out here. Definitely one of the leaders on this team as a senior.
Here comes Lawrence. Oh, I believe that's Max.
Oh, Max Trophy coming in.
And Sean Eck along with Lawrence. And then Io will stay in and Jalen will stay in.
It's an interesting thing. Max Trophy, 6'3", but can stroke it from outside. He's got a pretty shot from outside.
I wouldn't have expected him to check in this early in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. I think they kind of want to go with this outside-in kind of offense, so I can see that's probably why they bring Max Trophy in.
And Max will get the ball in the steal, give it to Sean Eck. Watching the game last year and the years before, it seemed like Coach Bailey Moore had a lineup set. And this year, it looks like he's sprinkling in a lot of guys, and I think this will help the team more because more guys will be fresh and more guys will have experience when needed.
Yeah, he's probably trying to figure out what lineups work best together so far. I mean, early in the season, want to try everyone out before you start getting those set lineups in.
And Jalen's going to have to hustle after that one. And he received it, bringing the ball up now. Gives it pass to Sean Eck, who will take it over. Gives it to Lawrence on the wing. He'll put up a three. Ladies and gentlemen, lights out. Lawrence does it again. 6 points for the junior here almost near the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, Lawrence just in this game. He's focused. He's ready to win.
I can already tell he's going to be one of those guys that is a favorite player to watch. And you can hear the stud section cheering his name. That's got to feel good. Ooh, he'll get called for a foul there, a reach in. That'll be Lawrence's first. Doesn't look too happy about that one.
Yeah.
And in my experience of playing, reach-in fouls were the coach's pet peeves.
Definitely, they don't like those at all.
Coach Bailey's given Lawrence a little bit of words of wisdom after that foul. But ladies and gentlemen, luckily it was his first. Looks like the Shamrocks switched to a 2-3 zone here.
Yeah, giving Marist some taste of medicine.
Yeah, kind of trying to trap him on the inside because that's where they've been getting a lot of their points. Kind of looks like they're going to try to make Marist prove that they can shoot from the perimeter, which they haven't done yet.
So Marist has a set play start for that. Guess they were expecting it.
And Io with the block. Sean Eck will take it up the court. Fast break. He'll go straight in. He'll get blocked as well. And it'll stay Shamrock ball. What an interesting chain of events there. And although they got it inside, Io came out with a huge block.
Yeah, guy's huge, 6'6". It's going to be great for the Shamrocks' inside presence.
And he'll be here next year as well.
Yeah, he's only a junior.
Lawrence with his first miss of the 2015 campaign. And on the top, passing it around the key.
Shamrocks look like they're going to stick with this 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I think Coach Bailey likes it, but if you see, Lawrence Merritt is in the middle there.
Yeah, I saw that. Interestingly. Hopefully he doesn't get matched up with someone too big.
This almost looks like a 1-2-2. Well, I believe they switched back to man now. Interesting, they're just changing up the defenses a lot.
I think they see someone on the switches down low, but they want to switch it around.
And at the end of the quarter, Jalen Nelson missed the long shot, and Justin Brown had another basket. Kind of a low-scoring first quarter. It's 9-6 only.
Yeah, really, it's been a defensive game so far. Marist has kind of come out on defense, kind of, I wouldn't say confused Pats, but a lot of turnovers so far, I would say.
The offense looks a little bit sloppy, and thank God for the sharpshooting, because if there wasn't those 3 huge threes, we'd probably still be down in this game.
Yeah, that's going to have to be one of the keys for Pats to keep us ahead in this game. Open threes, you can break down the zone easily by lots of passing, inside out. That's great for beat a zone, inside out.
And you mentioned those keys. I talked to Coach Bailey before the game, and he gave me the annual 3 keys to the game. The first key is they need to handle Marist's 1-3-1 zone, which they look to be figuring out as they go along. It's kind of like a puzzle. You piece what works with what doesn't, and you ultimately adjust to a certain offense. The second is they have to be poised, but also attack, which kind of means be aggressive but not like reckless with the way they play, and I believe they've done that well so far. And he didn't really specifies which key this went under, but he said they definitely have to rebound. And lastly, they have to play defense with vim and vigor. Not exactly sure what that means, but Coach Bailey has his own vocabulary. Special shout out to Dan Shavanik, who just checked in. You got the extra credit.
The one thing I think that the stud section's already, you can tell, it doesn't look like Marist has that much emotion compared to Pat's. The Pat's players are definitely pumped. I haven't seen any emotion from Marist, so I wonder if that's the stud section really playing a key role here.
And it looks like it's back to the starting lineup with Lawrence, Keyshawn, Sean, and John. And the fifth player I can't see at the moment, and it'll be Dewey Paganini. So the same starting lineup is back in there for the beginning of quarter number 2. And they try to get it in. John taps it away. And somehow Justin Brown gets back into the paint. He's got a nice set of moves there. He was able to beat a double team and score a hoop.
Definitely a polished post presence right there. Good defense by John. Almost stole the ball there. He's playing great on a bigger offensive presence there.
Yeah, and the Shamrocks lead is cut to 1 as they're on offense. Sean Eck open for the 3. He's got it. The Muffin Man does it again.
See right there. Got it inside. The passes kind of broke down the 1-3-1 zone by Marist. You got an open 3.
And they screened the guy on the outside, opened up Sean. Sean's one of those guys. He's the most, I think, selfless player on this team. He's not a selfish guy, and he passes more than he shoots for sure. I can only think of a handful of times he shot the ball last year. He has a nice shot. It's just the way he plays, he doesn't use it that much.
Yeah, he's one of those, he's not a stat stuffer, but you can see his presence on the court is huge.
And it also seems like these younger players feed off of a leader like that.
Yeah, so far the Pats defense has been really good.
Yeah, they're
Haven't
back to
let
that.
anything easy.
Back to that zone. No on the first shot, second shot good. Second chance points are becoming a little bit of an issue for the Shamrocks as their lead is 12-10 with about 6 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Better get across the line.
Yeah, Sean took his time getting across the half-court line. Dewey putting up a 3, just missed.
Still another open 3. Starting to really see that Marist defense on the perimeter break down.
And you see Max, Henry, and Jalen looking to check in. And that'll be a loss of possession there. A foul, I believe, was called. And here comes Henry, Max, and Jalen. And out goes Dewey, John Hamilton, and Lawrence. So it'll be Jalen, Keyshawn, Max, Henry, and Sean.
You can tell Coach Bailey really likes his guards.
Yeah,
beat that zone.
he's decided to have this lineup is a 4-guard lineup. Or excuse me, a 3-guard lineup with a guy, Max Trophy, who can really shoot the ball.
Yeah, he's interesting player, kind of an inside out, I guess you could say forward, but he has some handles too. There you go, another open 3.
Jalen in the corner missed that one. And got it back. Over the line, he'll go in. Little floater, no good. Henry can't grab the rebound. And Marist comes down the court quickly. Number 15 gets the ball. Kind of a crazy layup attempt, no good. Keyshawn will get it. Kind of slow things down and give it to Sean Eck as he passes the half-court line.
Nice hustle by John Hamilton. Came down from behind. Marist offense beat him there, but he got a lot. At least put the good defense on.
And there's Keyshawn to Sean Eck. Over to Max. Back to Keyshawn. Sean Eck in the corner. Fakes the shot. Got Justin Brown. And he'll make the layup. That was such an excellent use of the shot fake. Got the big guy to jump thinking he was going to stack his stats with the block. Got him to jump. Had a wide open layup. That's a great basketball play.
think they're going to start falling from those shot takes. They've been shooting so many threes.
Yeah, I agree. I think establishing the three-point shot early is going to draw a lot of shot fakes down the road. And they'll call Max with the foul. I believe the basket will not count, and I believe that'll be his first, Shamrock's fourth foul, as they have a 2-point lead with 4 minutes remaining. And out goes, I believe, number 21, Chase Robinson left. Pretty sure. And now Marist begins their possession. Got the ball to Mr. Commander on the top.
Have you seen Justin Brown and Mr. Commander in youth?
Yeah, I don't believe we have. They've been in however many minutes this game is going on. I don't think they leave. And unless they're in foul trouble or extremely tired, I don't think they're going to. I think they mean too much to this team.
Yeah,
they got it to Brown in the corner. Back to Marist, on top. Henry takes the middle of that 2-3 zone. And the shot is up and good. Marist Commander with his first shot of the game that we've seen. He's got a smooth left-handed stroke, and it went right in.
Didn't look like anyone called out that screen. He's got an easy, wide-open shot. Won't help.
And Henry does a little in-and-out move, unable to get it to go. Marist will come back down in a tie game.
Marist Commander in offense.
Yep, and it's kind of fitting that his name is Commander, and that's what he's doing right now. And I guarantee you we're not the first people who have ever made that bad joke. Back to Marist on top. He'll miss the three. Nice rebound by Max. Sean takes it up the court. Trying to break the tie. He's got it to Keyshawn on the side. Excuse me, now it's Keyshawn. That was Jalen. Max with a deep three. No good. Sean Eck with the rebound. Marist looks lazy right now. In goes Jalen. Free pass to Henry Bouchon. They got it. Shamrocks break the tie with an exquisite set of passes that broke Marist's zone.
Yeah, Jalen saw that both defenders came up to help. Left Henry wide open for a layup.
There were rumors that Henry wasn't going to play due to his grades, so he must have gotten those up. Coach Bailey, more than any coach, preaches academics. He's told me that by no means are any of his kids angels, kids meaning the basketball players, but he'll make sure that they get their work in on time and they're eligible to play. Now the Shamrocks are back to man-to-man defense. They're switching it up a lot. It's given Marist a little bit of trouble, I believe. Yeah, all you out there, there's a reason he's a Hall of Famer. There's number 4, Chamar Hawkins going to the line. I wonder if he has any relation to Bobby Hawkins. He'll be going to the line. That's the Shamrocks' 5th foul, the 2nd on Keyshawn Thomas. Yeah, we haven't seen any of Marist's foul shooters that much yet. I believe, I think Sean had 2 free throws, and I think those are the only free throws in the game. Yeah, a lot of games are won by free throws. And if you can see in the right-hand corner of your screen, it looks like Dewey, Lawrence, and John are about to check back in. I think Lawrence is such a spark player. I watched him last year on the sophomore team. He really led that team until he ultimately got moved up to varsity. He's one of those players that is just fun to watch. He seems extremely dedicated, and I think the players feed off of his dedication to this program. And I think he might have learned that way of preparing for a game from guys like Nick Coleman, Isaac Moore, and Duncan White, who I saw before one of their games. Instead of listening to music like a lot of the other kids, they were just shooting free throws, shooting threes, just dribbling in the back gym just to get ready for the game. Dewey will check in for Max, John for Henry, and Lawrence for Keyshawn. Rebound, he'll give it to Shawnack, and they'll move up the court. Long pass there to Lawrence. Lawrence with the nice handles, and Jalen Nelson got it to go.
Nice movement of Jalen. Just got to the open spot. Lawrence found him. Easy jump shot.
I think that little play was based on chemistry that those guys have built in prior years. A junior to a junior on the varsity team. It's such a cool commitment and chemistry that those two players have built.
Jalen, great defense. Called out the switch. Really love that play right there.
That three was no good, and Lawrence tried to give the lob pass to John. No good on that either. And the Shamrocks, I believe, are back to man-to-man.
It's been amazing how great the Shamrocks defense has been so far. I mean, comparing the size, hasn't seemed like it's really affected the game at all. They've really neutralized it.
Yeah, they've neutralized Marist's height with, I think the way they've neutralized it is with Coach Bailey's outstanding coaching.
Yeah, really. It seems like St. Pat's right now is out-coaching Marist. Not to take anything away from the players, but really, I mean, they've been out-coached so far.
We'd like to give a quick shout-out to Mr. Preslack for tuning in. He's our #1 fan, and he said, "It's nice to see us in mid-season form. Go Shamrocks." I think that's a great compliment because I feel a little bit of rust coming off as the game's going on, but for someone to think we're in mid-season form, that's one heck of a compliment.
Yeah, really. First time me ever doing it, so I mean, thanks.
And ladies and gentlemen, the man and the first time doing it, that is Nathan Uzenis, and I'm Anthony Pasquale, just so you all back home know. We're approaching 1 minute remaining here in the first half as the Shamrocks hold a 3-point lead. Justin Brown is no good on the free throw, and Max will snag the rebound. Yeah, Sean with a nice pass to Jalen. Jalen around the edge to Lawrence. Lawrence to Max. Max with another long three attempt. That one's good. Max Trophy putting up a big shot from a big guy.
Yeah. Saw a screen from Henry at the bottom. Freed up Max. Double screen down there.
Number 22 with the smooth stroke. Lawrence giving the offense a little bit of distraction by clapping in his face. As John, another great defensive play, put his hands straight up and did not foul.
Yeah, they're really shutting down Justin Brown. They brought the help there, kind of confused him, put up a kind of a wild shot.
20 seconds remaining in the half. It looks like the Shamrocks are going to go for the last shot as Jalen holds the ball at the top of the key. Now Sean. It looks like they're trying to isolate Lawrence, get him a shot. 8 seconds. And Marist retains it. And at the buzzer, a defensive foul with 1 second remaining. Number 25, Dewey Pecanini. I actually appreciate that play, trying to make something happen, make sure that no basket occurred. Yeah, and another missed free throw by Marist. That's going to turn out huge towards the end of the game, as there's 1 second remaining in the half. Maybe the Shamrocks can get a nice little buzzer beater. And that one goes in, so they have 1 second to make something happen. And they gave it to Jalen at the buzzer. No good. It wouldn't have counted anyway. He didn't get it off in time. And at the end of the first half, the Shamrocks lead 21-16. We'll be back after a short break, and I will be interviewing Coach Lucas, our Dean of Men here at St. Patrick High School, and Nathan will be interviewing John Hamilton's little brother, Mike. We'll see you very soon, and thanks for a great first half, everybody. Patrick High School, Coach Lucas. How are you today, Coach?
I'm good, Anthony. Thanks. I'm good. Good.
I've just got a couple of questions for you today as the first game rolls along. I've got a question about your job. What is it about your job that you like so much?
The boys, right? I mean, at 81 Grand, I grew up 2 blocks away from here. I came back 15 years ago to be the dean. I couldn't keep myself away. It's the boys every day with you guys.
So as you can see so far in this game, the stud section really looks good. Why do you think they look so good today, and what is it that they were lacking the past few years?
Well, I think sometimes that over a course of time, if you don't keep, telling people how to have a spirit and then keep the spirit up in the school, sometimes it lags behind a little bit. And this group right now, especially starting with the seniors, have really motivated each other, and they brought the spirit back. I'm really proud of them. This is the old stud section today.
I just wanted to say your G period announcement really pumped me up.
Anthony, I appreciate it. So anything I can do to help the boys is great.
So what is your favorite part about the students here?
Loyalty. We definitely have a passion for each other. We have a brotherhood for each other. I know we tell that to a lot of people, especially when we're recruiting, but people really don't understand it until they're here. We just see a lot of green and gold here, and that's we stick up for each other. We always have each other's back, and that's the best thing you can say about any school.
And you see behind us these words, Shamrock, St. Patrick Shamrock Integrity. What does that mean?
It means you have pride every day in what you do here. And every time you leave here, make sure you represent the school. And you would never want to do anything that would misrepresent our school or take away from our school. And I think we keep that in mind every time we show ourselves.
And so Shamrock Pride is a big thing we reiterate here. Just kind of describe what is Shamrock Pride.
Well, I mean, it's a belief we all have, and the belief is that together we can do anything, and that we want to hold everything, the values of this school to be true, and everything that De La Salle, the founder, stood for, and we want to keep that in mind every day moving forward. And we have to make sure that people see that, and they know that, because that's how you bring more Shamrocks into the building.
And in my opinion, that togetherness, that brotherhood is what makes the school as good as it is.
Absolutely, nothing better.
And my last question is, through all your years here at St. Pat's, what's your favorite moment?
Boy, I've had a lot, but I'll tell you my favorite moment every year is watching the boys walk across the stage. There's always a couple of young men that, for whatever reason, sometimes we're challenges here. And to watch those boys turn into men, walk across that stage and get that diploma, those are my favorite times.
And one thing I want to compliment about you that not all of the teachers here do, a lot of them call us boys, and my favorite thing about you is that you refer to all of us as men, and you and Dr. Schmidt do it as well. I think that really speaks to how much that this school can change you into a man.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's what we do here, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's all I've got for you, Coach. Thanks for everything.
Anthony, I appreciate it, pal.
Enjoy the holidays, and we will be back for the third quarter shortly.
All right, go Shamrocks.
And we're back. Shamrocks starting the game. Second half underway. Let's see how St. Pat's to what? Ooh, Lawrence just took the ball. Shot on a rebound. Push off the floor. Play it down. That's to Dewey. Seems like the same starting five from when we started the game. Lawrence takes a three. Ooh! Once again, lights out Lawrence with a three. Slash. Seems like he hasn't missed all game. Marist sets up their offense.
And that's Maurice Commander giving the ball to Bobby Hawkins. On the top to number 4. As Dewey's playing some good defense there.
Oh, they just got called for a charge. Great defense by Pass. Had a block on that too.
And Coach Bailey has one of those fetishes for charges.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of that play.
Seems like every coach loves charges.
And you see in the bottom corner of your screen, Lawrence giving you 3 claps. He's excited. The stud section's excited. And after that interview, I can tell Coach Lucas is excited. This is something they haven't seen in a while, and they like it. Chonek on the side, the corner to Lawrence, the middle to John. He'll come in. Easy layup to go. Give him a nice little hoop where it is action. What do you like from John so far?
6'8" guy on Marist. It's been impressive.
And you heard that roar from the crowd. This place is electric. The curling court, the brand new curling court has never seen something like this, and neither have I. This has been a real pleasure to see so far.
I was out there. I couldn't even talk to anyone. It was so loud. I've never heard it this loud.
And after that nice little run to end the second half and to begin this third quarter, the Shamrocks jump out to a 10-point lead over the Marist Redhawks.
When you start to
and after that first half, I'm pretty sure those three keys to the game, besides the one about vim and vigor, because I don't know what that means, looks like they're executing that rather well. They're chanting Dr. Schmidt at the moment. He's our president. Really good at what he does. Maurice taking the shot, no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. They're calling a foul on first foul for the Shamrocks on number 31, John Hamilton, his second, but only the team's first.
Yeah, he was fighting down there. He's frustrated. The 6'8" man, Justin Brown from Marist, he's not getting anything. He's only had one clean shot this whole game. That was the first possession.
Yeah, he's had a couple of nice moves that he hasn't been able to execute from his help defense. And another foul is called before the John Hamilton charge slash black, whatever it would have been called. They called one earlier than that on number 24, Lawrence Merritt, his second, team second.
So far, they haven't really.
And now that we have a little bit of dead time, I'd like to take some time to give a shout out to my Aunt Deb back home, recovering from being a little bit under the weather. I appreciate you tuning in, and all you fans out there, I appreciate you tuning in. Especially the seniors checking in tonight. Trevor Heinlein, Dylan Q, Daniel Nelson. His first game as a Shamrock from Guerin. Robert Amon, Michael Lasapanera, Jacob Rodriguez, Roberto De Leon, Henry Gouchwan, who's playing in the game, Mario Diaz, Sargon Dinka, the student council president, Mike Conway, Matt Cook, Lino K, Nick Sackos, Daniel Shavanik, Anthony Marrero, John Prince, James Sabatka, Giovanni Fontanetta, Nick E, Eric Arroyo, Jesus T, Julian Cruz, Patrick Babro, Thomas Donahoe, Ryan Gillespie, Matt Conrad, Mike Johnston, James O'Donnell, and Daniel Torres. Please excuse me if I pronounced any of those names wrong. cut the lead down to 8 as they continue to miss free throws. Now it's Kevin Lerma at the line not making them.
Defense.
And they miss again. Dewey with the rebound there to Sean Eck as he is joined by Jalen, John, and Lawrence on the court. Lawrence at the baseline to the top to Sean Eck. Crosses over to Dewey. Gives to Sean back on top.
Looks like Marist got that 1-2-2 or something.
I believe they play a 1-3-1, but they might have switched. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't look like their regular defense. It almost looks like at one point they had 4 guys up top.
Yeah, they keep dropping number 5 up and down. I think he's the 1 in the 1-3-1. Or excuse me, number 15 looks like he's the 1.
Yeah, Shamrocks they don't recognize it. Just got.
And Lawrence lights out again. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a reason we call this man Lights Out. That's his 4th three-pointer of the game, as he's the game's leading scorer with 12.
Yeah, Lawrence just saved a not-so-great possession where just passing around. Marist defense is pretty good there, but Lawrence, that clutch 3.
Yeah, so a 1-3-1 defense is played with 1 man on the baseline, and it looked like the Shamrocks tried to challenge it with 2 men on the baseline, being Lawrence and Jalen, 2 sharpshooters as they were trying to free up a shot, and they got one. As John Hamilton brings it down, Lawrence is open in the key. He'll take a 3. Oh, excuse me, that was a 2, but it was good as well, as Marist will call a timeout as the Shamrocks break open a 13-point lead, led by 14 points from Mr. Lights Out Lawrence Merritt.
Lawrence has been insane so far. I don't think he's even missed a shot. Everything's falling for him.
And this is one of the cases where the transition from sophomore to varsity team hasn't made a difference. He looks just as good, just as confident, and just as poised, just as calm. He seems like the same player he was last year, which was an excellent player who I believe was all conference.
If you know Lawrence, he's a confident kid, even when he's just walking around the hallways. No surprise that he's been doing this, going insane for Pats right now.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to inform you that we have another telecast on Sunday at 3 p.m. as a team from Australia, a national team from Australia, high school team, comes to visit us here in Chicago. And we're hoping, as future broadcasters, this will give us some international publicity.
It's going to be interesting to see. Is this another team coming all the way from Australia? Prove something that Pats is doing something right.
Yeah, they're making themselves known. And I think also a win against a team from a different country could really boost the confidence of the Shamrocks.
Yeah, not a lot of high school teams get to say they beat an international team.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't happen often.
The lead is now 13 points, and the Shamrock stud section is louder than ever. Marist, commander, trying to get his team back in the game, tries to feed Justin Brown. Io's defending him now, and he won't get anything. Passes it back out to Maurice on the top. And ladies and gentlemen, Io is checked in for Henry, I believe. Or excuse me, John Hamilton.
Marist has got nothing easy.
And Io might have tipped that, I don't think so. And Jalen did tip that, but they received the ball back, and Io is called for a foul there. Iowa, number 32, he's a junior, transferred in from Toronto, Canada. He was born in Nigeria and has been all around the world, from the UK back to Canada, and now he's in Chicago. What an adventurous childhood for that man.
Yeah, he's gotten probably a lot of life experience so far.
Yeah, he might be the only one that can say they've already played an international team. He's one of those guys that has a personality that everybody likes.
Coming in from being a transfer, it's hard usually transition-wise, but it seems like he's fitting great with Pats. Everyone loves him around the school. Great kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, guess what just happened? Marist made 2 free throws.
I'm surprised. I haven't seen them make 2 free throws in a single set.
Number 15, Kevin Lerma, was the one who got the job done. Pass from Lawrence to Io, back to Lawrence. Sean Eck on top. Gives it to Lawrence.
I like Lawrence going into the paint, trying to create something. That's backed it out when he didn't see anything.
Jalen to Dewey. Yeah, that's trying to be what he said, not being a shot hog. and trying to just create something for his teammates, not forcing anything.
Yeah, he was not trying to look for his own shot. He was looking for Io, trying to see if Justin Brown would help out, pop up, but he didn't, so just took it back out.
Shout out to Nate Segura for checking in as well. As Dewey's got the ball on top. He's got Jalen in the on the wing for 3, no good. And Marist will retain possession. We'd like to give a special shout out to the people behind the scenes in this operation. Michael Mercado, class of 16, as a video coordinator. Michael Pasquale, my brother, class of 18, audio coordinator. Chris Murphy and John Albuquerque, both class of 18 camera operators, along with the only freshman on our team, Joey Ostreich, camera operator as well. We've got a bigger crew than we did last year, and we owe it all to the excellent advertising by Mr. Kent Doyle. And along with those names we have just said, I'm Anthony Pasquale, and this is Nathan Huzanis with our first broadcast of the 2015 campaign. Maurice missed the first one and made the second one to silence the stud section a bit. And a special shout out to Mr. Rejo listening tonight. Thank you for tuning in. As Max checked in, gives it to Io in the post against Justin Brown. That'll be a good matchup to follow the rest of the night. Shoots a bit of an air ball there.
Yeah, he kind of forced it up there. Well, not a very good shot. Ooh, but he gets a hustle rebound right there. Strong rebound.
And Marist will get the ball back.
Sean just kind of forced something. He went up in the air, didn't know where to go with it.
Take it up the court. Io's hops almost reached up to it, but Marist was able to score. We'd like to advertise our Twitter. The Twitter handle is at SPHS Webcast, or you can email us at SPHSWebcast@stpatrick.org.
I think Coach Bailey saw something on Marist offense they didn't like, so he wanted to take a timeout to talk about it.
Yeah, something about Coach Bailey. I did an interview with him earlier this year, which will be either shown today or next telecast on Sunday. He had a lot to say, and one thing that I realized after announcing the games last year, watching him coach, he hardly ever sat down. He's one of those coaches that is, he stands up, he's always moving, always shouting things, and I talked to him about it, and he said it's just the way he is. He can't sit down during a game where he has to be such a big influence on it, and he also can't, he doesn't think that's the only way to coach, as Coach Curlin coached a different way where he kind of sat down and took a more relaxed way. We are now joined by John Hamilton's younger brother, as Nathan will be conducting an interview while I chime in with a little bit of the play-by-play.
How you doing? Good. So you're coming from what school? Future Fairmont, I hope?
Yes.
Definitely. So what's it like being in the shadow of your star basketball player brother?
Well, a lot of kids I do not know, they say hi to me. They high-five me. I don't really know any of them, but they still high-five me and make fun of me.
Pretty cool, right? Yeah.
What's your favorite part about watching your brother play basketball?
I'm posting up against people.
Yeah, your brother's a big guy. He's a football player too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's played varsity for about 3 years on basketball team.
Yeah, that's impressive.
One thing I noticed when watching him play last year is he brings a certain amount of grit and grind to a game that the sophomore team last year really needed.
Yes, he did. He will use switch off from sophomores to varsity, or we play him as junior. He just switch off every last.
So he's a versatile player, is what you're letting us know.
Yep.
Yeah, great ball player. So, do you play any sports at St. Augustine's?
I'm on their basketball team, but outside of school, I play tennis, I play golf, I play baseball, and I travel.
Man, that's a lot of sports. You're an all-around kid, I guess.
Yes.
Like everything.
Never do.
Yeah, that probably gets pretty hectic, right?
Yes, it does.
And there was your brother John chiming in with a nice little steal, knocked the ball out of bounds. There's about half a minute remaining here in the third quarter.
So you guys have a good basketball team at St. Augustine's?
We haven't been pretty good.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, what do you think?
We're pretty good, but some of the team is not. But up together, we're pretty good.
So
You guys will come together, right?
Yes.
I see looking at this list that Eric Liss and obviously your brother are St. Celestine grads. So is St. Pat's a popular place for St. Celestine's kids to go? About 5 seconds remain here in the third. Marist takes a shot, and he's good with the buzzer beater, and that'll be the end of the third quarter as Marist comes back to a 5-point deficit now as they trail the Shamrocks by 5 as we head into the fourth quarter. Thank you for joining us, and tell your brother we said hi.
Thanks. That was a big three by Marist to finish off that quarter. It seemed like Marist wasn't getting anything on offense, but bailout three.
Yeah, hopefully that's now one of those three-pointers, although it came at the end of the quarter, that can spark a run. Because noticing from the Shamrocks last year, they were not that great in terms of when a team would have a run against them.
Yeah, I saw that when I was watching the games, even in the stud section, they had trouble weathering the storm that other teams would send them. But I think this team would probably be different because they kind of have more experience, I would say. Even the juniors, Lawrence and Keyshawn and Jalen, they all have experience from last year's team. So I can see them weathering the storm. There you see the St. Patrick Band, led by Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah, Mr. O'Brien is, I interviewed him also last year, and he was a great interviewee. And he gave me a lot of information about the St. Patrick Band. As we mentioned earlier, they really work hard to put on the show that they do, and we thank them for it. I think it adds a lot of color to our game, and it adds an interesting feel to it that you don't get at other high schools.
Yeah, it's really rare actually when you see a high school basketball team. I mean, they're here every game pretty much, performing songs and stuff.
A high school basketball team with cheerleading team, a dance team, a band, and a stud section, along with a Hall of Fame caliber coach, is a great recipe for success.
Yeah, we got the full package here.
And those of you at home that couldn't make it to tonight's game, we encourage you to come out to any of our other games, our next one being Sunday at 3 p.m. as we play an Australian team. Yes, you're here right, a team from down under.
See the coach on Marist, he's livid right now.
Yeah.
Does not like what he's seeing.
Looks like he's about to rip his hair out. As they score again, cut the Shamrock lead to 3. It's getting a little tight here, folks. That's Keyshawn on the side. Nice little spin move, get it back to Dewey. Got Lawrence on the edge. They need him to get back going again.
Yeah, we need a big shot right now. It seems like starting to give Marist some life here.
There will be a foul called. Lawrence got fouled by number 20, Morgan Taylor. He's a sophomore getting some action in this game. So we've seen 2 sophomores in this game, Morgan Taylor from Marist and our very own Xavier Pinson.
Yeah, it seems like Marist a lot of underclassmen. Some of the leaders.
There's Dewey with an ankle-breaking cross. To Shawneck, back to Keyshawn on the top of the key. Lawrence to Keyshawn, fakes the shot. Got number 15 to bite on it as Shawneck takes it on top. Gives it to Dewey on the side as John Hamilton's posting up, which is what his brother loves to see him do. Lawrence will take a deep 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is insane. He is on something. You see Coach Bailey doing a little dance there on the sideline. He's excited. Lawrence is excited. This team is excited for such a great shot that gentleman has.
Oh, he just took a hit.
And that 3 will be no good. Lawrence will get up and get the ball.
Wow. Great hustle right there. He got hit, knocked down, ran into someone's legs, got right back up, got the rebound.
And he's kind of taking command of this game just as we thought would be needed. He gave a nice little finesse pass to John, who got it back to Keyshawn, who put a great move on, and he'll get a bucket. Coach Bailey's doing another dance, telling him to get down on defense. This is the Shamrocks run that they needed. They lead now by 8 points, and Marist will call a timeout. This team is energized.
Saw Marist starting to get some energy, but 2 big shots by Lawrence and Keyshawn just took it away. Marist had to call him out.
Yeah, the juniors are really playing a huge part in this game, which is something you like to see.
Yeah, I would say probably probably these two teams are going to be top of the conference, not only this year but next year too. I mean, we saw
A lot of underclassmen performing at a high level.
yeah, really well between Lawrence. Then on the other side, I mean, you gotta give credit to those two juniors. The junior and the sophomore is their two best players. Justin Brown, 6'8", and one junior.
I'd also like to give a special shout out to the super squad. Mr. Mordan, Mr. O'Brien, Coach Luke, Coach Galante, and all the other coaches helping to tame the stud section.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty crazy. They're probably having a hard time.
But if people in the stud section aren't intimidated of Coach Luke, they're fearless.
Yeah, really. The guy could take down anyone.
Marist to Hawkins. Back to Hawkins on the side. He'll give to Maurice Commander. Back to Hawkins. And the only reason I'm saying that name too much is there are two Hawkins on this team.
So yeah, I guess they're probably better.
And number 15, Kevin Lerma, the guy who made 2 free throws in a row, just hit a 3. Kind of shutting up the crowd and cutting the deficit to only 5 points. Lawrence with a nice pass there to Sean Eck. Sean Eck dribbling around trying to find something. And he'll muffle the ball over to Keyshawn, who dribbles in, had the nice move, possession to go. Sean Eck to Lawrence.
Looks like they're trying to get something inside right
Lawrence with the fake. A foul on John Hamilton. That'll be Marist's 4th foul, as they were trying to protect the ball from getting to John Hamilton because he's dangerous with the ball. That is Justin Brown, the junior, 6'8 junior, his first of the game. John Hamilton fakes, gives it on top to Dewey. Dewey to Lawrence on the side.
Looks like Lawrence's first miss of this game.
Yeah. Dewey reminds me of a player like Andy Velasquez, a guy I watched last year. Didn't really have too many points, but he provided like not a loud type of leadership, but he was always there as a leader. As Marist chimes in another basket, 36-33. He was a leader, and he was also one of those guys who wasn't afraid to get on the floor, which we've already seen once or twice already in this game.
Yeah, he's kind of that hustle guy for them. Kind of just great defense, trying to make hustle plays. You saw trying to draw the offensive foul earlier in the game.
Just as Andy would do last year. Kind of similar players, and I think they play the same role on Coach Bailey's team.
Sometimes coaches would like to look for those kind of players to be in the lineup, even though if they're not doing much on offense, still it makes up on it for hustle and defense.
A strong foundation there. Maurice Commanders was called on the foul there, as the foul matchup is even 5-5. That is his 2nd and the team's 5th. Shanek dribbling around with 4 minutes remaining here in the 3rd as the Shamrocks lead by 3.
Ooh, that pass.
That'll be stolen there. Hawkins. Backing down. That's a charge, ladies and gentlemen. Shanek just took a charge. That'll be one thing to light up the crowd and hopefully ignite this team.
Yeah, it's over, comes right back, draws the offensive foul.
That's got to be a sequence of events that Coach Bailey really loves from a guy like Shanek, who is supposed to be a leader. If that's not a play that a leader makes, I don't know what is. Keyshawn bringing the ball up for the first time tonight.
Yeah, they need a big shot right here.
And I
still
think
making that storm.
they've got a guy following Lawrence everywhere. I wonder if that'll be enough to stop him, because he is on fire. Gets a little bump there. Shanek dribbles around the top looking for something.
Yeah.
He gives a nice pass to John Hamilton. Puts up the shot. It's good. Shamrocks up by 5 now with about 3 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. This game is flown by, ladies and gentlemen.
See Coach Bailey just yelling, play defense. I mean, they're playing great defense all game. They can't stop now. On offense, it looks like we've been kind of suffocated lately, but that's a big shot by John.
And they're back to that zone now. I think it depends on the lineups that in the game. And that zone generated a steal as Lawrence will calm things down and bring the ball up.
Yeah, that was great. Brought the help, forced a turnover.
And Keyshawn airballs a 3. It'll be Marist's ball. Where they needed a little bit of a run, that wasn't what they'd like. And that'll be Keyshawn checking out of the game as Jalen Nelson comes in. Keyshawn Thomas and Jalen Nelson are two guys, both juniors, that have been in the battle to start on this team. Both bring different things to the table, and both have been seeing heavy minutes tonight.
Yeah, I see them kind of as similar players, both ball handlers who can shoot the three.
And it seems like Jalen can shoot the three a little bit better, and as Keyshawn's a little bit stronger defensively.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Keyshawn also has a knack for taking it inside, kind of get the defender off the dribble.
As you saw that smooth move earlier, he's polished inside the paint. And there's Lawrence down the line, another foul called on Marist. That's number 20, Morgan Taylor's second. As Lawrence will be at the line. And knowing the way he shoots, I can count on him.
And so far tonight he's been in the zone.
Look at how calm he is. The way he shoots the ball, it's almost like a knuckleball. If you can see, it doesn't rotate as much as it just floats.
Yeah, it kind of got a weird spin on it. I never really noticed that.
I've noticed that from watching him shoot many times. It's such an accurate, smooth, but like at the same time, it doesn't rotate. It just kind of floats. Time stops when that guy shoots, and it always ends with a nice little swish sound.
Yeah, it's interesting. Most players can get normal spin, 180 spin on the ball.
Yeah, whatever works. Now, as you can see, the stunt section is going nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Jumping around to the oh. Here you can see some of the seniors anchoring in, along with I see some juniors, some sophomores. There's George. That's dedication from the fans. It almost seems sometimes that some of the fans are more dedicated than the players. If you think about that. Yeah, I think that's been ingrained in the underclassmen that pretty soon this is going to be their school, and you have to learn at a young age how to run it, and they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Me being a junior, I could see us having a really good stud section next year too. I think our stud section is going to be really great in the future, even after having, like, I would say kind of a down year, if you could say, for the stud section, but it's going to be good in the future.
Yeah, and the players really feed off of it, so the down year could actually affect them in a special way.
I mean, you get the home crowd behind you, this place becomes special. You see all these college basketball stadiums, all these miracle comebacks from teams, they say dedicated to their fans. That's what really brings them back.
Yeah, and Lawrence is lights out yet again.
Hopefully we get a big stop here.
The stop would be key here. 2-3 zone again. Over the top, Maurice has it. Maurice is in the corner. A three-pointer is no good. Jalen's got the rebound with about 2.5 minutes to go. Sean X going to try to calm things down, take it up slow, not rush anything, try to eat away the clock as they try to preserve this victory. As they lead by 7 now with 2.5 left.
Once again, great defense on the perimeter, getting a hard three to make.
And they, once again, did not make it. It does not seem like Marist is a great three-point shooting team. And the goal to beating them is stopping them in the paint, which we have done pretty well so far. As Dewey gets around one man, passes back to Jalen on top. Sean Eck trying to dribble around, looking for an open man. He's got Dewey again. And the foul will be called on number 5, Bobby Hawkins, on Marist. That'll be his second. And as you see, the Shamrock team behind great coach, Coach Bailey, along with some of his assistants, Mr. McGovern, Mr. Monroe, and all the other coaches that help out. It's really a collective effort, and Coach Bailey reflects his performance on all of his assistants as Dewey takes a three. Or shoots a free throw, excuse me, and he missed. It was a 1-1, so Marist will retain possession. Maurice in the corner turns it over. A big name player that is supposed to be huge just turned it over, which might be huge.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him do much today. I saw him, I think he hit that 1-3 at the end of the quarter. That was about it. They really shut him down. He's considered the top point guard in his class in the state, so that's pretty impressive what they've done to him today.
And another foul called on number 3. That's Maurice Commander, Sean Appleby's shooting. Now I'd like to check in with a couple other seniors that checked in tonight. Alejandro Ventura, Sean Riley, Nathan Segura, and Justin Borges. Excuse me if I pronounced any of those wrong. Thank you for tuning in. Shawneck at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. First one is up, no good. John Hamilton can't grab it as Chamar Hawkins will be dribbling down.
That's big. Shamrock's in bonus, so got to capitalize on those free throws.
There's Maurice. He's got 3 fouls now. Back to him on top. Trying to isolate him, get him a shot. There's a minute and a half remaining. Marist no good on the 3. John Hamilton with another hustle play. That's what he brings to the table. That's what the coaches love in him. And Coach Bailey was able to get a timeout. What a great coaching call as the Shamrocks will take possession back from the great hustle play by John Hamilton.
Yeah, if they make a shot here, they could really start to ice this game if they're not going to start icing it already. 7 points, no shot clock, start winding that clock down.
As you all see on your screen, the Shamrocks are 1 foul away from being in the double bonus. And also they have a 7-point lead here in the 4th with about a minute and a quarter remaining.
Yeah, I'd expect some kind of pressure from Marist's defense to try to force a turnover, hoping Pats can break that pressure. Probably going to be pretty aggressive considering that they need to start fouling too.
Yeah, as it's 40-33 right now.
Pats aren't even bonus, so
and now the stud section is really going nuts. As we almost had a blackout on our camera. They're out of behavior. They know how close they are to icing this game and providing them with a great first win in conference that can really start off a season well. As they give the ball to nobody else but Shawneck.
yeah, they brought the pressure. See if they can get across the court.
And they got Jalen. They got a lot of their ball handlers in there as Jalen gets across the line. Bounce passes to Lawrence with a minute remaining. Gives him the corner to John. He'll go up and get fouled. Shamrocks are now in the double bonus, but it doesn't matter because he was shooting anyway. He'll be shooting 2 from the line. John Hamilton, number 31. He went to St. Celestine, as we mentioned before. He's a 6'2 forward. He's a junior. And he'll be shooting 2.
Really versatile guy. He saw with that outside jump shot earlier in the game.
Did he just bank that?
I don't even know. It looked like it went off the back iron. It went in.
Whatever works. He's got such an arc on his shot.
Yeah.
And that one was no good as Marist will get the ball back. That's Hawkins dribbling up the court with less than a minute to go as the Shamrocks are up by 8. Maurice Commander looking to do something, trying to get himself an open shot. I would believe that if he gets the ball again, he'll be shooting.
Yeah, they need him.
And there he is shooting, left-handed stroke, no good. But he'll get the ball back, dribble around, give it to Hawkins in the corner, no good again. Is there a half a minute remaining? As they got it back one more time. And a block is called there on John Hamilton. It was a nice try. Lawrence was not happy with the call, as were many of the fans. But it's a nice effort there by John Hamilton. He's giving a little smirk. And I think he knows that this game is almost iced.
Seconds there, trying to get a shot. I mean, they got 3 of them, but all miss.
Yes.
Not a very good three-point shooting team.
And another free throw that went in. It's also kind of shows the player John Hamilton is in a game when they're just about iced. He's still trying to take a charge.
Hustle. It's definitely one of the biggest keys we've seen that all game. We've seen multiple times players on the floor trying to take charges, jumping after those dive ball.
And that was John Hamilton's 3rd, and they called another foul there on Lawrence, his 3rd, team 7th. As number 4, Chamar Hawkins will be at the line yet again. That one was good. 41-35 now.
Looks like Marist is in the double bonus, so 2 free throws every time.
You were right about that. The stud section is getting loud. Pick out a couple of faces there. Looks like such a great experience for all the kids that haven't seen it in a couple of years. And another free throw is good. They lead by 5 now with half a minute to go. They'll get it into Lawrence, a good guy to have the ball with, and he gets tripped up, and that'll be a foul called, not on him, of course, on number 4, Chamar Hawkins, and I believe that'll be his third foul. There's Matt Monroe, Coach Monroe, trying to talk to Sean Eck, gave him a nice little piece of advice, as he's a sophomore coach who coached his team to victory, as both the sophomores and freshman team won before this.
Yeah, if Pats closes out, we take the clean sweep from Marist, freshman, sophomore, and varsity, all taking the W's today.
And then being conference teams, it's such a big deal, as Lawrence comes to the line for a second. Of course he made the first.
Yeah, if we win this game, which we should, it's going to be a huge boost confidently, since we just beat one of the better teams in our conference to start the season off. And we did with convincing fashion.
And Marist missed a unneeded 3 as he'll foul Jalen, with 12 seconds left, as you can hear the crowd starting to get loud. Shamrocks have pretty much put this one away as they lead by 6.
Nothing's come easy for Marist, especially on defensive end.
They've really iced this game well, as Jalen does a little bit of behind-the-back stuff, kind of his way of getting calm, I suppose, before he shoots a big free throw.
All the Shamrocks back, no one boxing out.
Another great shooter. Him and Lawrence are 2 of the best shooters in this program. He just switched that one, as that was Commander's fourth foul, and now the Shamrocks are up by 7.
Yeah, for Marist, really their best players didn't seem like they stepped up. I mean, Justin Brown had like 4 points right away, but after that, he hasn't done anything.
They shut him down after the first quarter, as they now lead by 8 with 10 seconds left. And Commander will get a big bucket there as they change the lead to 6 points with about 7 seconds remaining. I don't think that'll really matter as much.
For Marist Commander, considering he's the top point guard in his sophomore class. I know he's a sophomore, but still. Help either. Wonder if St. Pat's are going to storm the court after this game. It'd be unlikely, but
yeah, I mean, it would be a cool thing to do, but I don't think those coaches, the super squad, as I like to call them, would let them. And I also think it becomes a forfeit in the scorebook.
Really?
I think that's what they said after one of the sectional games when they were trying to stop us from storming the court when we beat DePaul.
Oh, I did not know that.
They lead by 6 points with 7 seconds remaining as they have the ball here.
Probably a good idea. A lot of people get hurt in those things.
I'd like to give my MVP award to Lawrence Merritt. He shot outstandingly in this game. No words really could describe how well he played, as he has the ball here as this game is nearing close. 1 second remaining, and that's it. The Shamrocks win. They beat Marist, and the stud section is going nuts. Lawrence Merritt, and our MVP of the game, had 20 points, so he'll for sure be the MVP. As the Shamrocks do storm the court, hopefully it still counts as a victory for us. I'd be pumped if I was down there. I'll let you soak in the moment for just a second. Alrighty, the handshake line is going on. The Shamrock fans are rejoicing as the Sea of Gold and Green defeated Marist Redhawks. There you see the varsity team headed back. So I gave my MVP award to Lawrence. Who would you give yours to?
Definitely Lawrence. He came out here. He seemed like the leader on the court. Came out here stroking his everything. He had won the practice for game.
Yeah, he really sparked this team, and I'm going to go back to Coach Bailey's 3 keys. I'm going to go through and see how they evaluated them. They definitely handled the zone well. They figured out how to beat it, how to open up shots for guys like Lawrence and Jalen. They did have it poised. They were poised, but they also attacked well. They got their job done there. And they rebounded decently. That's probably their weakness because they're not as tall as a team like Marist. And I'm hoping they play defense with vim and vigor because I don't really know what that means. But that'll be the end of it. Thank you for joining us tonight at Curlin Court. Final score was Shamrocks 44, Marist 38. We'd like to thank Coach Lucas for his halftime interview, and thanks to John Hamilton's younger brother for his third quarter interview. We'd like to express our gratitude to some of the behind-the-scenes people who have helped us to make this production possible. Michael Mercado, class of 16, video coordinator. Michael Pasquale, class of 18, audio coordinator. Chris Murphy, class of 18, camera operator. John Albakai, class of 18, camera operator. Joey Ostrike, freshman, class of 19, camera operator. Without those guys, we wouldn't have been able to put on this show. And we'd also like to thank Mr. Doyle, our producer and director. And I'm Anthony Pasquale, class of 2018.
And I'm Nathan Uzanis, class of 2017.
Join us again this Sunday, December 13th, 2015, when we take on a traveling Australian team here at Curlin Court. And yes, you were hearing me correctly. I am saying an Australian team from a different country coming to give us some international publicity, I hope.
Yeah, definitely you should come in, watch the game, stream it online. It's going to be a good game. See an international team. You don't get to see that very often.
We'll be here on Ustream TV at 3 p.m. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at SPHS Webcast or email us at SPHSWebcast@stpatrick.org. Have a great evening. We'll see you next time. Rock on.